matériau? A fuel is a material. It's a material. In chemistry, we say the starting material. Okay, the starting material. It means the material, le matériau means the chemical compound. The chemical compound is said matériau, material. Le matériel, c'est tout ce qu'on utilise. In English, it is called furniture. Okay, furniture. For example, now the fuel is a material used to produce heat or power by burning. Example, the fireman managed to keep the flames from spreading to the right wing, which was full of fuel. You know, when you have a very big house, we call them manors, les manoirs. When we see a big house like manors, comme des manoirs, they usually have wings, the right wing and the left one. Okay, they have wings. Ils ont des ailes, ce qu'on appelle l'aile droite et l'aile gauche. Okay, when the house is very big. In the case of this example, which is an example taken from the New York Times, actually there was some fuel in the right side of the building, and flames were spreading from the left one. In order to protect the right wing from flames, because it contained a lot of fuels, it would be very dangerous to meet fire in this case. In order to avoid meeting fire, the firemen, les pompiers, in this case it is plural. You know why it is plural? It is not singular, because man is written with E, not with A. When it is A, it means a single person. When it is E, it means, when it is E, it means that, sorry, we have several people, firemen, okay? Do you understand? Hello, did I lose you? Did you get lost?
We are.
Did you get lost? Are you following? Now, what is fossil fuel? We understood that fuel was material. I told you the difference between matériau and matériel. Fuel is a material used to produce heat or power by burning. And in the Cambridge Dictionary, the definition is a little bit different. A little bit. It is the same idea. A liquid or solid substance that produces energy when burned. C'est un liquide ou une substance liquide ou solide qui produit de l'énergie lorsqu'elle brûle. Okay?
Yes.
This is the fuel in general, but what about fossil fuel? A fossil fuel is a fuel formed in the earth from plant or animal
من مستحثات.
remains. A fossil fuel now. Un carburant. Excuse me? Minel?
من اللي ركب من اللي فوسيل من مستحثات.
Thank you. You know, Hudayfa, thank you very much. I didn't know this name, Hudayfa. مستحثات. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, you are right. Actually, you are right. When we cannot get back that energy, that substance, we call it fossil fuel. L'énergie fossile. L'énergie fossile, c'est celle qui ne revient pas, qui est en train de se tarir, sur Terre. A fossil fuel. Sorry? Sorry?
Energy irrenewable.
I don't understand. Yes, there are the sorry, I'm looking for the word. The pronunciation. Renewable, yes, renewable energies, renouvelable, renewable energies, and we have the fossil ones. The fossil ones existed on Earth and still exist on Earth, but the quantity decreases over time. C'est des énergies qu'il y a sur Terre, mais leur quantité diminue avec le temps. Okay, a fossil fuel is a fuel formed in the earth, sorry, from plant or animal remains. C'est un carburant ou un combustible qui se forme dans la terre à partir des what is remains? What is the meaning of remains in this case? In this case, it is a noun, not a verb. البقايا.
Oui.
Okay, I'm sending you a message. Remains as a noun, بقايا, les restes. Okay? The remains, c'est les restes. You know that plants and animal remains made the oil, and the natural gas. What does it mean? Do you understand? I want you to understand. What does this explanation, this sentence mean? What is the relationship between
plant form the petrol et the gaz naturel.
Yes, les restes d'animaux et de plantes, mais dans les conditions propices, dans des conditions spécifiques, c'est avec une pression très élevée. C'est comme ça que les restes d'animaux et de plantes ont formé le pétrole, le gaz et le charbon. How do we call petrol in French, le pétrole in English? We say oil. Mais si
Oui.
oil, yes, we say oil. Okay? Do you understand? Coal, c'est le charbon. Oil, c'est le pétrole. And natural gas, c'est le gaz naturel. Do you understand? Now, what is a pollutant? What is a pollutant? Un polluant. A pollutant is a compound that contaminates an environment, especially with man-made waste. Un pollutant, un polluant, c'est un composé
l'environnement.
Qui pollue l'environnement. Exactly. Yes. It is actually a pollutant is a compound that contaminates an environment. Un polluant est un composé qui contamine l'environnement. A pollutant is a compound that contaminates an environment, especially with man-made waste. Surtout avec des wastes. To waste, c'est perdre, c'est perdre, voilà, c'est gaspiller, c'est perdre. But man-made waste, c'est les rejets. C'est les rejets faits par l'homme. Man-made, fait par l'homme. Handmade, fait main. Man-made, fait par l'homme, waste. Donc, les déchets faits par l'homme. OK?
Oui, madame.
This is a picture. This is a picture that summarizes some of the pollutants, the most important ones, or the most widely spread ones, les plus largement répandus. Let's start from the left side with airplanes. Why do airplanes release pollutants? How come? How does it work? How does it work? Why do airplanes release pollutants?
Parce que la combustion du carburant.
Because, yes, exactly. Thank you, Hudayfa. You are right. This is because of the fuel. The fuel is but there is worse. Le carburant lui-même est un polluant. Mais il y a pire. When the fuel undergoes, okay? When the fuel undergoes combustion, it releases some pollutants. Okay? It releases pollutants. Ça libère des polluants. A very famous example of a pollutant that is released from the combustion reaction, what is it?
Sorry, man, can you repeat?
What do we get from the combustion reaction when it is complete? When a combustion reaction is complete, what do you get from it?
Le CO2.
Oxygen.
How we call it in English?
Carbon dioxide.
Excuse me, miss, could you repeat, please?
Yeah.
Amira, what is your family name? Amira, be careful when I do the attendance list. I need family names, not nicknames. J'ai besoin de nom de famille et pas de surnom. What is your family name, Amira?
Kidouche.
Sorry?
Kidouche.
Okay, thank you, Amira. As I told you,
You're welcome.
yeah, thank you. Okay, as I told you, as the combustion reaction, we can get some carbon dioxide. Okay, some carbon dioxide. What about wildfires? Des feux sauvages. Des feux, les feux. Qu'est-ce qui se passe quand il y a le feu? What happens when there is fire? When there is a fire? There is combustion, the same thing. Et il y a de la combustion, ça brûle. Il y a de la combustion, ça libère quoi? Actually, after, when there is a wildfire, there is combustion, there are some combustion reactions, and those combustion reactions will release carbon dioxide.
CO2, oui.
Okay? What about buildings and homes? What is the problem with buildings and homes?
C'est une combustion partielle, elle libère le CO, le monoxyde de carbone. Et c'est un gaz très toxique. Elle n'a pas une odeur ou une couleur. Donc, on ne peut pas le contrôler. Il faut toujours...
aérer.
J'ai perdu mes
Bravo, Hudayfa. No. Actually, it is very interesting, and you are right. Actually, carbon monoxide is a very dangerous gas. When the combustion reaction is not complete, instead of making carbon dioxide, you make carbon monoxide. And the problem with carbon monoxide is that it is a very stable ligand. You've been studying complexes, right? Sorry, give me a minute. You studied the complexes, didn't you? You studied the complexes. When you studied the complexes, do you remember what you learned about ligands? Some ligands are, some molecules are better ligands than others. Certaines molécules sont meilleurs ligands que d'autres. Ça dépend des ligands. It depends on many things actually. Ça dépend de plusieurs choses en réalité. But the thing is that carbon monoxide is a very strong ligand. And when carbon monoxide is bonded to iron in hemoglobin, when it is, I told you that hemoglobin was red because of some iron complexes. I told you that the chemistry of complexes is called the chemistry of colors, because a lot of complexes give very beautiful and different colors. The complexes, because of the transitions, the DD transitions, they actually can have beautiful colors. And actually, the iron complex that exists in the hemoglobin is a good example of a complex that gives the color. It is red because of the iron complex. When the iron binds to oxygen, it can transport it. But when it binds to oxygen, it can transport it and release it. Ça peut le transporter et le libérer. Le véhiculer. Okay? But the problem is that, and even carbon dioxide. When carbon dioxide is bonded to iron in hemoglobin, iron is able to transport it and release it from our mouth or nose. Quand le dioxyde de carbone aussi, comme l'oxygène peut se lier au fer, mais dans le dioxyde de carbone, il va être éliminé par le nez, par exemple, ou par la bouche. The problem is with carbon monoxide. When carbon monoxide reacts with iron or bond with iron, actually there is no way to take it off. Dès qu'il se lie, on ne peut pas l'enlever. L'oxygène peut remplacer le dioxyde de carbone et le dioxyde de carbone peut remplacer l'oxygène. Ils partent, mais pas le monoxyde de carbone, jusqu'à ce que l'être humain meure asphyxié parce qu'il n'y a plus d'oxygène. Do you understand the problem? Carbon monoxide is very stable. It is a very stable ligand that will bind to the iron metal and will not cannot be removed anymore. Do you understand? What about buildings and homes? Who could tell me why buildings and homes are the origin of pollutants? Who could tell me that? Sorry?
C'est parce que
Tell me, try. I need some suggestions.
les passe par des non. خلاص.
حذيفة?
اسمع.
حذيفة, I'm listening. أنا نسمع, I'm listening. And your classmates are listening.
Je suis
Keep
perdu.
going.
Non, mais je suis perdu.
Ah, vous n'êtes pas
No
perdu,
idea.
Hudayfa. You have interesting. Sorry, Hamza?
I have no idea.
Hamza? You have no idea. Okay, listen, guys, listen. When you think about buildings and homes, you have to keep in your minds that inside the home there are a lot of pollutants that are released. Vous devez vous retenir qu'à la maison, il y a beaucoup de polluants. For example, when we heat, the heating uses combustion, and combustion has as a final product carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is a pollutant. First example. Second example, when you use, for example, shampoo, when you use shampoo, quand vous utilisez le shampoing, actually when you wash your hair with that shampoo, you are releasing pollutants, a lot of pollutants, because the shampoo is one of the biggest pollutants. L'un des plus grands polluants, c'est le shampoing. OK? L'un des plus grands polluants, c'est le shampoing. That's why I advise you to try some solid traditional shampoos. I would advise you to use some traditional solid shampoo that would be biological, that wouldn't contain any chemicals, dangerous chemicals, and it won't be a very dangerous pollutant. Je vous conseille d'utiliser un savon traditionnel solide. Maintenant, ils les vendent. Non seulement bon, vous allez les garder longtemps, actually it can last a long time, for a long time. It can last a long time, and it is not a pollutant. Et c'est pas un polluant. It is a very good idea. When you clean when you wash your hands, your hair, with the classical shampoo, chemical one, actually you are releasing without paying attention a lot of pollutants with that shampoo. That shampoo is a pollutant. When you heat inside your home, you are releasing, because of the combustion, you are releasing a pollutant that is carbon dioxide. When you cook, it is the same thing. Actually, the houses can be the source or the origin of a big pollution. En réalité, les maisons peuvent être à l'origine d'une grande pollution. Do you understand? Factories, les usines, you know that factories will release a lot of chemicals, sometimes as solid, sometimes as liquid, sometimes as gases, okay? Les usines peuvent libérer les polluants sous forme liquide, solide ou gazeuse. Sometimes the gases are pollutants, they are released. Parfois, c'est des gaz qui sont libérés. Sometimes they are liquids, you know. You certainly have seen that. Some factory releases the dirty water. That water is polluted, okay? Agriculture, what is the problem with agriculture? The problem with agriculture is that the most we eat, the most we have cows, and the most we eat cows, the most they will release carbon dioxide. Plus on a de vaches, plus on mange de vaches, plus on aura de vaches, plus elles libéreront du dioxyde de carbone. OK? Vehicle exhaust fumes, vehicle, donc les fumées qui sortent des voitures, c'est des polluants. These are pollutants. And shipping. You know the meaning of shipping? C'est les bateaux. OK? Les bateaux. Les bateaux aussi libèrent du carburant. Okay, shipping releases also fuel, the ships, okay? These are the disadvantages of the Industrial Revolution. First, we started with the advantages and now the disadvantages. There were advantages and disadvantages of the Industrial Revolution. Il y a eu des avantages et des inconvénients à la révolution industrielle. One advantage was that it allowed, ça a permis, to allow, c'est permettre. One advantage was that it allowed for more products to be made. Un avantage, c'est que ça a permis à plus de produits d'être faits. Because when you make something, a handmade thing, it is of course longer than the processed one. Quand vous faites quelque chose à la main, c'est bien sûr bien plus lent que celui qui est produit industriel. Okay? One advantage was that it allowed, ça a permis, to allow, c'est permettre. One advantage was that it allowed for more products to be made. Since these products were made by machines, du moment que ces produits étaient faits par les machines, they were made much faster than in the past. Du moment que ces machines étaient, du moment que ces produits étaient faits par des machines, ils étaient faits bien plus vite qu'au passé. This helped economies grow. Cela a permis aux économies de grandir. These products were usually less expensive than custom-made products. En général, ces produits étaient moins chers que les produits faits pour le client. Custom-made products. Let me give you an example. If you want a carpet, from Gherdaya, for example, a handmade carpet. A carpet will be, for example, 50,000 dinars. Un tapis peut être à 50,000 dinars. But if you buy the same one with the same size, but not handmade, vous achetez le même, je veux dire la même taille, mais qui n'est pas fait main. Combien vous allez le payer? 50,000 dinars. How much will it cost? 50,000 dinars? Of course not. You will maybe pay, I don't know, 1,000 dinars, even less. Vous allez payer 10,000 dinars, peut-être même moins. Pourquoi? Why is that? Because it is a product process. It is a product processed by machines, not handmade. For example, in order to make a carpet and tapis, in order to make a carpet, an industrial carpet, du moment pour faire un tapis industriel, vous pouvez mettre par exemple 10 minutes par une machine. But it is not the case for the woman who makes the carpet with a traditional way. Mais c'est pas le cas de la dame qui va faire un tapis de manière traditionnelle. Elle va mettre un mois. That's why I tell you, they were made much faster than in the past. Ils étaient faits beaucoup plus vite qu'au passé. Okay? This helped economies grow. Ça a permis aux économies de grandir. These products were usually less expensive than custom-made products. Ils étaient bien sûr moins chers. I gave you the example of the carpets from Gherdaya and the industrial carpets. Okay? Some disadvantages of the Industrial Revolution are that it brought the greenhouse gas pollution and climate change. L'un des désavantages, des inconvénients de disadvantages, but we don't say in French disadvantage. I think we say inconvenient only. Some disadvantages of the Industrial Revolution are that it brought the greenhouse gas pollution. L'un des inconvénients de la révolution industrielle, c'était que ça a apporté un gaz qui pollue, un gaz à effet de serre. Greenhouse, c'est la serre, greenhouse. C'est la serre. Why do we use greenhouse? Why do we use greenhouses? Pourquoi utilise-t-on les serres, le brut plastique?
Ouais,
Pour un bon rendement de
Oh.
produit.
agriculture.
Yes, in agriculture, that's correct. But why do we need them? We need them to maintain, we need them to keep the environment warm or hot. Warm, it's better. Nous les utilisons pour maintenir l'environnement tiède, warm. It is because of the temperature. C'est à cause de la température. Actually, this is the problem. Actually, there are some gases that will increase the temperature and they induce the climate change. Il y a des gaz qu'on appelle les gaz à effet de serre, ils vont réchauffer la planète. Elle va devenir plus chaude. Et c'est ce qui a induit le changement climatique, le réchauffement de la planète à cause des gaz à effet de serre. Because of the greenhouse gases, pollution increased and climate change occurred. Et le changement climatique s'est produit. It led to overcrowded conditions in many cities. The first disadvantage, le premier inconvénient, c'est le gaz à effet de serre. The first disadvantage was the greenhouse gas pollution. The second one is a result from the first. Le deuxième, c'est un résultat du premier. It is climate change. And the third result is that many cities over the world, beaucoup de cities, c'est une ville, hein? Beaucoup de villes à travers le monde, many cities around the world are suffering today from très très peuplé, الغاشي بزاف overcrowded, okay? An overcrowded you can find a lot of people said crowded place. But when it is overcrowded, it means that you find a lot of people. And it is not a good thing. Overcrowded means that you find a lot of people. Do you understand? Now, who can tell me what is the acid rain? Here I say, where is it? Yes. Coal burning caused increased acid rain. Brûler le charbon a fait qu'il y ait une augmentation de la pluie acide. What is the meaning of acid rain? Quelle est la pluie? Qu'est-ce que ça signifie la pluie acide?
Lui, qui pollue.
Sorry?
C'est
Une pluie
les produits chimiques dangereux qui s'évaporent pour former des nuages après le...
Acide.
Des nuages acides pour...
Yes. Listen, guys, I'm going to give you this picture 2-3 minutes. It is a scheme, c'est un schéma. It is a picture or scheme. I'm going to leave it 2-3 minutes and tell me at the end what you understood from this acid rain pathway, from this pathway. This pathway, c'est ce parcours, c'est ce chemin. Et it is the acid rain pathway. C'est le chemin de la pluie acide. I'm gonna leave it 1 minute or 2 minutes and you're gonna tell me what you understood after.